Bradford in control of the match. The coaches have had their say in the dressing rooms. I wonder if there'll be any change of emphasis.
Well, Phil's stats highlighted perfectly there. 12 play the balls near the Bradford line, and Castleford, as poor as they are playing, are able to come up with 3 tries. I'm sure Mick Potter has asked the side, listen guys, you're going great in attack, keep that going, but please, 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 let's be able to defend when we make an error or when Castleford get near our try line.
Castleford with the first use of the football in this second half. It was Ferris who played that ball to Danny Orr. There's Rangi Chase. Good drive up the middle, but the Bradford defence standing firm just inside the Tigers' half. Here goes Rangi Chase again. Show and go, then gives it to McGoldrick. McGoldrick gets the ball wide. This is Josh Griffin.
And again,
not
many people going for the legs. Kick through, easily picked up there.
It was, but then he ran into a bit of a roadblock, did Brett Carney.
This is where the Tigers have to really muscle up, because in the first half they really did not get their defence solid in and around the play the ball area, allowed Bradford to get into their half on so many occasions, and Ian Millwood is fully aware of that.
Castleford Tiger player is down and clutching his arm, trying to work out who it is. It's Nathan Massey.
Well, that's going to be clearly a blow, isn't it? Now, they want as many fit bodies as they can. Castleford don't have to score early, Eddie, but they have to score first for me to have a chance of winning this match, and the referee sensibly stopping the game. It looks like a potential broken arm or dislocated shoulder.
Well, Massey is being led from the field.
I think he realises that it is a break or dislocated elbow, I don't know.
Was it a collision with his own player there?
It absolutely was, and hyperextended his elbow, I'm sure. That can turn out to be a serious injury. We hope Nathan Massey's okay, but Phil, you're right, it will be a blow to this Castleford side trying to drag themselves back into this game.
Not a happy hunting ground for Castleford Tigers. Remember the horrific injury that Richard Owen suffered on this ground a couple of years ago. Only just getting himself really back, I suppose, in many ways into the swing of things, and he's been dropped tonight by Ian Millwood. An outstanding young prospect, Richard Owen, but not playing tonight.
The Tigers need to be a little bit more adventurous. You know, we've seen them do it when they're near the Bulls line. They've got to be a little bit wider out and try something. Maybe the chip over the top.
Craig Hubie here, hangs on. Last tackle coming up for the Castleford Tigers. Chase dabs it through. An invitation for Ferris to chase it.
That was poor, and he knows it does Rangi Chase.
At least they're turning the ball over, Mike, though, in the right part of the field, and that's got to give them a chance. They've had to give it to Bradford twice. It's been within 10 metres of their own line, and if they continue to do that and they defend as well as they have in the opening 2 sets, then they've given themselves a chance.
Bradford trapped on their own 20-metre line. This is Luke Gale meeting the Castleford sandwich. That's much better defence from Castleford, that set of 6. Now the kick is inside the 40. So Rhys Williams funnels back and collects it. No real risk of a 40-20 there. Then Williams just loses his footing completely. Got that right thigh heavily strapped, Rhys Williams, hasn't he?
Yeah, but it didn't seem to affect him when he had that magical run in the first half. 40 metres downfield to put him in a good position to get back into this game.
Hubie, it's risky business.
That's always risky, isn't it?
It's a knock-on, though, by Bradford. It's a knock-on by Elliot Whitehead. Head and feed to Castleford. They got away with that, Castleford, didn't they?
They certainly did.
There's the knock-on.
Yep. No, he dragged it back. He just had a fingertip a few seconds before that.
Time's off.
Well, they haven't got to waste this opportunity, the Tigers. They've got to make sure that even if they don't score on this first set of 6, they've got to make sure that they get maybe another 6. Apply the pressure, something that they did on very few occasions in the first stanza.
Massey receiving treatment to the arm, to the elbow. McGoldrick goes down the short side. Griffin, though, is wrestled to the ground for Castleford. Chase is waiting for the pass. Here it is, and he just offloads.
Good defence there by the Bulls, though. They just left Chase alone. Don't go for him. Don't come out of the line. That's where he can create the gap.
Decent little passage of play this for the Tigers. Good ball to Hubie. Oh, and he just got round the Carney almost, but the reinforcements arrived in the shape of Heath Lestrange. Good tackle that. And it's a knock-on. It was such a good tackle that by Tom Alberson.
No, it's a turnover, Eddie. It was on the last I felt.
I think he lost it anyway, didn't he? No.
Doesn't matter. They've to turn it over. Official Ben Thaler says it's your play, the ball. Well, I'm not so sure that Ian Milward, the Tigers coach, would have been happy with the finish of that. He went from dummy half when really a kicking game was on.
You're right, Steve. We're perhaps not happy with the last play of the set, but be able to get up there, it will show some positives. Ryan McGoldrick, since he's come onto the field for the Castleford Tigers, has provided a spark. Remember, it's not all about Rangy Chase. We mentioned him so much. There's Danny Orr and there's Ryan McGoldrick, who also need to step up and lift their side.
Well, there you see that inside pass that created a try in the first half. Was well spotted by the Castleford defence. That's better. And they've got the opportunity. They'll get this ball.
Yes, they will. He swooped on it. It's dumped over the top.
Oh,
Not the best opportunity. Why didn't he hang on to that ball? Millington had it for all money. Funneled it wide.
Panic. That's what. He had white line fever there. Golden opportunity here. Just drop on the football. Shocker.
And now they've conceded a penalty, the Castleford Tigers.
Give themselves a chance to here, haven't they, Eddie, with 6 minutes of defending like they mean it, trying to get back into the game, interference, pushing and shoving. But if they continue to tackle like this and harass and force a mistake as we just saw, they've got a chance. They're still in this game.
Well, let's get news of Massey. Let's get news of half-time. It's Graham on the sideline.
Yes, Castleford's Nathan Massey. They're still checking him out there, but he is getting some movement in that arm. They're strapping him up, and I think he may be able to come back onto the field eventually. As far as the half-time talk is concerned, they're happy, obviously, with the offensive side of their game, unhappy with the defence, not unnaturally, and they want to increase the speed in that respect, the line speed. As far as Bradford are concerned, improve their attitude, up the completion rates, complete the sets, see what happens.
Well, there's a mistake here that's surrendered possession for Mick Potter's club.
It was silly play as well. You know, you've got to look at the scoreboard. 34-16, 18 points in front. Why force the pass? They haven't had possession for quite some time. Just settle.
Chase goes wide and finds Griffin, who tries to skirt away from Ben Jeffries. A little fumble then from Jordan Thompson, but he hangs on. Orr scampers in at dummy half. It's McGoldrick, short ball, and he finds Walker, and Walker's found by 3 Bradford defenders, all looking busy. It comes to McGoldrick. He gives it to Chase, and then the pass from Chase hits the chest of Youngquest.
Well,
scrappy.
The work by Ian Milward, the coach, is putting the substitute Ryan McGoldrick in as first receiver. He's controlling things and he's pushing out Rangy Chase a little bit too far, but you can see there that another mix-up.
Right, let's form it, please. Wait there, Luke. Luke, wait. Heads in.
Well, Nick Youngquest, he has played fullback in the past during his 4-club NRL career.
Well, Milward obviously feels that the likes of McGoldrick can bring a little bit more enthusiasm into their attack. Certainly done that, and now they're offside, jumping out of the blocks too early.
Well, he certainly flew out of the line, Danny Orr, on this occasion. I mean, they could have probably picked a few out of that one, Steve-O.
Good territory then for Bradford. Now they're in Castleford's half of the field. Castleford have defended quite well at the other end when Bradford were moving it away from their own line. How are they going to do here? That was a good run from Tom Burgess, halted by a big collision. There's Heath Lestrange. Gives it then to Bateman. He gets rid of it and finds Hargreaves. And Hargreaves is halted by the tackle from Brett Ferris. Whitehead spins the ball to Gale. Gale then finds Jeffries. Short pass. Platt came onto it like an express train. It's Luke Gale again. Just pops it up again for Burgess.
That's good work with the forwards as well. Got them into a good position. Camp down here now.
10 metres away they are, and a chance. But solid defence from Danny Orr. Low down. There was no way through for Bateman. Here they go to the air again. Luke Gale looking for the tall men. He was tackled in the air then, the defender, Kirk Dixon.
Great work.
Rhys Williams, I beg your pardon.
Great work there by the official, Ben Thaler. He's in a great position. He was in the in-goal area. Could see it quite clearly.
Well, much like his teammates, Rhys Williams seems to have learned the lessons from the first half. Identical position. Sean Ainscough grabs the ball in the first half and scores a try. Rhys Williams showing plenty of commitment at that time. Managed to defuse the situation. It's better defence from Castleford, and when you defend like that, you give yourselves a chance of building your way back into the game.
10 minutes of the second half gone. 9 tries in the first 40, none so far after half-time.
Well, the improvement is, Eddie, is that on both occasions, it was Castleford, got close to the line, failed to score. Bradford have just done exactly the same thing, so there has to be an improvement in that defence.
Yeah, well, that's what coaches are paid all the money for. Sort things out at half-time. Here's McGoldrick. Back they go to Youngquest. Wide it goes to Dixon on the far side. Bradford just hesitated slightly in defence. They were expecting, because the crowd shouted for it, for a forward pass. It never came. Here's McGoldrick again. Chase. Back it comes to Danny Orr. They go wide, and Williams knows his way to the line. He's in. Rhys Williams for Castleford. Stepped inside the defender, and over he goes for his 4th try of Super League in 2012. But the first for the Bradford Bulls. The others came in the colours primrose, yellow and blue for the Warrington Wolves.
Defences wins matches, Eddie, and that try came on the back of brilliant Castleford defence. Kirk Dixon cutting in on that occasion. Rhys Williams, we know he's a quality finisher. They have to get the ball out to him though, Steve-O. Rangi Chase, wonderful pass to Danny Orr. And again, Danny Orr has the skill and the ability to get the ball where it needs to go. Very, very difficult man to stop close to the line is Rhys Williams.
The biggest problem there is that when you're close to your line in defence, you don't go a sliding defence. It should be man on man, and that is where the Bulls were caught out. Take nothing away from Castleford. They realised that sliding defence was just clipping across. Quick ball, long ball. Thank you very much indeed. It's game on.
Game on, courtesy of the try from Rhys Williams, who's on loan at Castleford from Warrington. Made his debut in Manchester at the Magic weekend. He played 6 times for the Wolves this year. But a Welsh international 12 times, Rhys Williams. Here's Kirk Dixon, meanwhile, lining up the sights for this important conversion for the Tigers. Can he drift it back? No, it stayed straight. Just a couple of inches the wrong side. He's furious. But 34-20.
Well, that certainly should get the message out now to the Bradford Bulls. Mick Potter has been around a while, an experienced coach, realises they've got to sort that solid defence. It has to be man on man. Anywhere near 15, 10 metres from your own line, you've got to measure up. They failed to do it.
500 games between them, Millwood and Potter as coaches. 180th game in charge for Mick Potter, this, the 2008 Coach of the Year. He's got a 50% win ratio. Ian Millwood, 350 games as a head coach, 66% for him. Penalty for Castleford. This is manna from heaven for the Tigers.
It certainly is. Lack of concentration, discipline, completely gone to pot. Just messing around there. That is Sibbett just rolled over the top. No option but the official to say, we'll give another penalty.
It's important, Steve, that Castleford put that first 40 minutes away. Forget about it. There's little under a half an hour left in this game and they're 14 points behind. That's doable. We've seen great comebacks in the Magic weekend. Teams thought they were, people might have thought teams were dead and buried when they're 14 points behind. This is a retrievable scoreline.
Well, we've seen it all this weekend, haven't we? It has been a round of upsets and comebacks. Exciting.
It is, and if Castleford can score again here, you never know.
Yeah, nerves will be jangling on the Bradford Bulls side.
Danny Orr, back it goes to Rangi. And here goes Youngquest chiming into the line, halted by Ben Jeffries. Rangi Chase again, shows it, gives it to Jackson.
A lot more adventurous now from the Tigers. They've got players running off the ball, trying to create a problem. That's a good kick.
It's a high kick, it's a hanger. Oh, he's dropped it. It's a try for Williams. Ainscough has gone for it with the bucket and missed. Try for Rhys Williams.
This is doable, Eddie. They can come back. That's 1-1 between these wingers.
Well, he knows the kick was brilliant, actually. It had so much hang time. And Ainscough, well, it was up in the air. He was trying to pluck it out of the sky, but, well, just watch here. He loses it completely.
Certainly does. Beautiful high kick from Rangi Chase. And you can see that when he went up, the arms are going down. Contortionist would have been difficult to get this in this position. And it is a gift. Williams says thank you very much indeed. Did the right thing, and in fact it looked to me as though Williams was taken out by Michael Platt coming away. It didn't matter. He was Johnny on the spot. Ainscough, he turns to his fellow players and said, sorry.
Well, he was delighted with his 2 tries in the first half, Sean Ainscough. He's not too impressed now, and neither will his coach be, as Dixon adds the extra 2. And it is suddenly doable. 34-26, the comeback's on. 34-10 after just over half an hour, and Castleford 3 tries in a row. They're back in it, the Tigers.
Certainly is, and on both occasions, and he knows it, that the nerves are jangling, mainly due to the fact that the lack of discipline by Bradford, when they had Castleford way down on their own line, has allowed them to get the penalties, get good field position, but not only that, their defence is just dropping off.
And Castleford, Steve, have showed a willingness to defend in this second half that wasn't there. They didn't bring it. They thought defence was something you put around the house, but not in this second half.
I'll just leave you all thinking about that last remark for a moment. A Brian Carney classic. I wonder how many fences he's built himself, actually, but maybe that's for another day. Hubie gets to his feet and plays the ball. Here's Jackson. Suddenly the Bradford Bulls know that they better start doing something about this.
Well, they need possession, don't they? Field position, because the enthusiasm has suddenly come back to the Tigers, and they're hanging off. They've been mesmerised. They're offloading.
That was a great ball from Chase to Orr. And here now goes Jonathan Walker.
They're controlling this completely, our Castleford, in the second half. That's a neat chip.
It is in towards the in-goal area, but well fielded by Carney, but the chase is good.
Defend them, Eddie. Defend them down here. Do not concede a penalty. Let them have yardage. Don't concede a penalty.
You seem keen for the Tigers to win this game, Brian.
I'm keen for a comeback. I don't want to see anybody turn 34-16 turn into 66-16. I want to see a comeback. I want to see some defence on show, and we've seen that from the Castleford Tigers in this second half.
Yeah, they've certainly tightened that up, and they're not losing anything in attack either.
Well, it's their discipline that's improved as well. Remember, first 40 minutes, it was the Tigers that were giving away silly penalties. Now it's turned around. That's a great kick.
It is over the head of Youngquest, but it bounces once high, and Youngquest will run it back. Great chase that was. What a chase it was there.
And what about the impact?
Brett Carney.
Oh, that was great stuff. That was worth the admission money. Legs, fellas. Legs, and they've finally found out that it was to tackle the leg.
You know, it looks like a different sport in the second half, doesn't it? The physical contact, the aggression in defence, it's almost a different game totally. And here we see now people high-fiving, not because they've scored tries, but because they've slammed an opponent to the ground and the ball's come free for their team.
And it's important, and they know it as well, because this could be the turnaround. We've kept mentioning the fact it's been all Tigers possession, field position has been good. Now then, Bradford, for only the second occasion in the second half, can apply the pressure.
If you got self-belief in your side, Steve-O, this is not the end of the world, turning the ball over and having to defend here. You actually relish that opportunity. You relish the opportunity to shut the opposition out and frustrate them. Let's see if the Castleford Tigers can do it.
Bateman with this run for Bradford. Danny Addy comes on for the Bradford Bulls. He's been highly impressive this year when he's come on the field, Danny Addy. Whoa, that's a good hit. Terrific hit on Whitehead.
Did well to hang on to that.
The defence has certainly stiffened up in this second half. Now then, what can Bradford do about it? Great offload. Jeffries takes over. Running laterally though. Good line speed by the veteran Danny Orr. He was pushed away as well as he made play the ball there. Scrambling defence from Castleford. That's the last tackle here. Addy. Infield it goes to Gale. He'll slide the kick through. This is bouncing everywhere.
The most important factor that they didn't score the try. It was good work by Youngquest in the end, but they will get, for the first time in the second half, an opportunity to get a second set of 6. Ricochets off the ball, but the most important thing, they got him inside the in-goal area.
That's a really nice kick off your left foot, Eddie. So often we see in rugby league the kick go too hard and roll over the dead ball line, releasing the pressure. But to put the kick in with the correct weight, with your non-kicking foot, that's pretty impressive for me.
Danny Orr, you saw him get involved in the tackle, then get shoved away at the play the ball. He's clocking up the miles, is Danny. 34 years of age. But a fierce competitor nonetheless. And here goes Manu Kafoa. The big guns are back out there for Bradford as we approach the 60-minute mark.
And it's a good option there by Mick Potter to realise that they need forward momentum. Just dropped off the pace slightly.
Danny Addy again. Showed it to Manu Kafoa. That was a forward pass.
Yep. And it's a dangerous one as well for a man to be taking the ball when you turn your back to the opposition.
This time it's a better pass from Addy. Then they come back to Carney! Can't stop him, Youngquest. Second try for Brett Carney. Will that steady the Bulls down a bit? Well, a try almost every other game for Bradford in his career. He's got 2 tonight. That takes him to 8 for the season. 2 in a win against Castleford a couple of years ago. And 29-year-old Brett Carney over for the try, just to settle the Bulls down.
It's the carbon copy of the one that he scored in the first half. The combination, Ben Jeffries walking out there, and he does walk out and he just pulls the defence. Brett Carney too strong. Good fend as well. That's a great finish. Mick Potter will be very, very relieved, never mind just pleased, because it looked as though the Tigers were rolling back into the game and taking full control, and Carney has steadied the ship.
The Bradford Bulls fans pleased with that, and they'll be even more pleased if Luke Gale slots this conversion over. Been kicking well tonight, hasn't he? 5 out of 6 he's managed. Well, at the moment it's 12 points, so this is an important kick. And Gale has kicked it. That just stretches it a little further for the Bradford Bulls.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen this particular play tonight, and it's telling us something about the Bradford mindset about Castleford's defence. They're saying, we don't think you're either honest or switched on enough to defend back on the inside. We turn the ball back in, you'll have guys that will have clocked off, and we think that we'll score.
Yeah,
well, you can learn from that.
You're certainly right, Brian, and the balance there by Ben Jeffries. Instead of running and trying to drift away, he just took one step. He knew where the fullback was going to be. It was excellent.
And that 6th successful kick from Luke Gale from 7 attempts tonight. It's his best performance with the boot for the Bradford Bulls. Warrington Leeds Friday. Sky Sports 2 HD at 7:30. And in 7 days' time, we're at the Gal Farm. We're in stunning 3D as well. Huddersfield, Hull, Kingston Rovers. Sky Sports 1 HD for that.
You asked the question, Eddie, would that try steady Bradford ship? Or will it shatter the fragile confidence of this Castleford side? We'll get an answer now in this set.
Stuart Jones is first to react to that ball that came very loosely out of the tackle. And here is Josh Griffin. That's a good run from Griffin.
And again, I'm surprised. Why on earth does Olivia Ellimer want to turn and look to offload? You're 40 points to 26 in front.
Oliver Holmes for the Tigers. They're 12 metres away from the Bradford line. Bags of tackles in the bag here, and this is Rangi Chase. He's over. He scored. He has scored. Rangi Chase's second try of the match. 99 games for Castleford Tigers. We're back to that. You score, we score. You score, we score. And Rangi Chase, the man in the England squad, he hadn't scored a try for 10 months. He's got 2 tonight.
Absolutely wonderful play. You can't take it away from this fella. But I must say that Mick Potter will be furious about it. And Elmer tried to knock it back, and maybe under pressure. It gave the Tigers the opportunity. And this man, McGoldrick, has really helped turn it. He threw the dummy to offload, and look at all the Bradford players. You can count them. 1, 2, 3, 4. They're all on the deck. There they are, as Chase says, catch me.
I think he's able to accelerate, and he's stronger, isn't he? When he gets through the players, pushes through for them. It's like a rugby league basketball game, this.
It is, and
it could come down to the last 60-second shootout here.
It could be 50 points to 60, this. And Dixon has added 2 more points. What are we up to now? 40-32. This is Monday Night Super League on Sky Sports. Soccer supporters who are watching the game maybe for the first time, they love a 6-5. The coaches and the managers hate it. I'm sure they're enjoying the entertainment. It's great fun. The coaches will be going grey.
Oh, they won't be happy.
There'll be a lot of people pointing fingers.
If you're tuning into this game for the first time and you see Rangi Chase play, well, he's one of the most exciting attacking players. Not only has he got extremely good footwork, which is difficult to defend, he's very, very strong, as Phil and Steve-O have mentioned, and he has the ability to ride a tackle, which he did on that occasion, and shrug off a few defenders and score that try. Well done, Rangi Chase. Your team is back in it. You're 8 points down. You've got 15 minutes left. The clock's not going to beat you yet.
It isn't. It's there, isn't it? And Chase, he shaped a kick long then. He's a jack in the box, there's no doubt about that.
Certainly is, and he's up the tempo as well. But the man that's changed it for me is Ryan McGoldrick. It's been a smart move by Ian Milburn to put him out there.
And they have a penalty for a strip.
Last tackle penalty.
Oh, that's a heartbreaker. Look at Danny Orr. Come on, come on.
Well, the majority of penalties in rugby league go to the side in possession. If you've not watched the game much, I'm sure you work that out pretty quickly. So hanging on to the ball and having the ball is a massive advantage. If you don't score, you've got a chance for another penalty and a chance to attack again.
Here's McGoldrick again. This is Ferris. It was a short pass. Looking for Thompson, because he knows where the try line is. Youngquest playing full-back, wearing 2. Rangi Chase, the go-to man, slips the pass to Hubie. That's the second, the 10 metres away. It's Chase once again. The hanging off. Oh, it's a mistake by McGoldrick.
Well, I've put the mockers on him. I've given him all the praise indeed. Calm, collected is Ian Milburn, even though they're 8 points adrift.
Mike, but would you blame his teammates for being too deep here? Does he need the players pushing up a little more? Or is it the ambitious no-look pass that kills it, Ryan?
Well, I think possibly Ryan McGoldrick maybe needed to be a step ahead. I think Rangi Chase has done what he needed to do. He's committed some defenders and he's given that space to Ryan McGoldrick. Steve-O just mentioned him, Ryan McGoldrick. He has made a difference since he's come on. I'll go back to the same point again. There's still time left on the clock. Castleford are in a good position on the field. Don't concede a penalty. Concede yardage if you have to. Return the ball.
Danny, come on!
Well, Castleford muscling up in defence as they have been throughout this second half. They've had to do quite a bit of their defence at this end of the field, and that's been good for them.
Steady it down, nothing silly. Just make sure you get as much yardage forward. He's lost that. I think he lost that there, Michael Platt. They're lucky to get away with it.
40-20 possibility here. Now then, there's a decision for the touches. Was he airborne? Youngquest, he obviously was. I don't know whether he was. It looked like he had 1 foot out at least.
Oh, that's contentious.
That would have been a 40-20.
It was a cracker of a kick, wasn't it?
Oh, he's out.
Oh, he's out. Yeah, stepped out.
What was on the line?
Well, take what you can get, can't you? Bradford hard done by on that occasion.
Not much protest from them or the crowd, to be fair.
Well, but it's hard for the players to see it. I mean, Again, it just points out the players are only human, the touchers is only human, but it means we've got to get on with the game. Castleford, well, they've got a lucky break. Can they capitalise on it?
Well, here they come with McGoldrick. Short ball from him. Good solid running here from Oliver Holmes.
Well, they've stopped tackling by the legs. It was a good job that Ellimer got there.
Last tackle here for Castleford with Rangi Chase to the air again. Oh, he's running it. Oh, no, he isn't. He gets it wide. Great hands. Is that a knock-on? That one was, I think.
Forward.
Jordan Thompson's was the knock-on, not the first one.
Desperation etched on the face of Ian Millward because he knows he had them stretched. And again, Bradford's defence, they're laying off Rangi Chase. That's the one that was forward, knock-on, call it whatever you like. It's certainly going to be the turnover. That was a golden opportunity. This is up the jumper style now.
I don't think they can do that, can they, either side?
Well, they're bringing back on some experience. The man just about behind them play the ball, Heath Lestrange, has played for the Manly side in Australia. They won the competition over there. He knows how to finish big games. When the pressure's on, make the decisions, the correct ones, more times than wrong ones. And they'll be reliant here now, the coach, I'm sure, on Lestrange, to direct and guide the side to the safer parts of the field.
Here's a good stat for you, Phil. 13 tries tonight. The video referee hasn't been called upon once. How often has that happened? How often have we had 13 tries? How often have we not gone to the video referee once with all those tries being scored? Here's a penalty for Bradford. Manna from heaven for them, this.
And again, failing not to get back the required 10. He's had a big game, this fella, Ben Thaler. He's had a lot of running to do, that's for sure.
Just wonder if that's a double negative, Steve-O. Failing not to get back.
Yeah.
Right, Manakafoa powers the ball over the 20-metre line.
I'm a Yorkshireman.
You'll get another double negative now. If they concede a penalty and concede a try, that's game over, Eddie.
That's a big call. Might be right. 6 points, 14, 10 to go. Would be tough then for Castleford again. Was that a drop ball? No. Play on. Drive for the line.
Well, they've utilised the inside ball on 2 occasions. Will they do it again?
Going to Carney. They've flown out of the defence. Brett Ferris, he missed him. Good job that Paul Jackson was there. This is the last tackle for Bradford. It's high, looking for Carl Price. It's found Carl Price. He's a giant of a man. The ball's come backwards. It's Whitehead. Is it? No, it's not Whitehead. It's Ian Sibbett. He's not been here for 17 weeks. No wonder I didn't recognise him.
Well, fair play to Price there to getting the ball away, and Sibbett tried his damnedest. How on earth did he get this ball away? One-handed. That was sensational.
What skill was that?
Yeah, that deserved a try, didn't it? Held it like a peanut. Boy.
So inside the last 10, and it's an 8-point ball game.
There's plenty of question marks being put beside Carl Price throughout his career. Skill has not been one of them. Everybody knows the talent the player has. We got a glimpse of it there. A wonderful piece of play. But well defended by the Fat Castleford Tigers. They now have to chase points. The clock now comes into play.
Solid run again from Ferris. Thompson in the dummy half. Rangi Chase pops the ball up. Millington just hangs on, takes the last one. Now then, it'll have to be a good kick. He's waited for them all to get going.
Oh, it's a high one.
Oh, Price doesn't fancy it at all. Oh, he's knocked it forward.
I can't believe it. It's a knock-on. And it will be head and feet to the Tigers. You cannot allow the ball to bounce.
He's 8'6" or thereabouts, is Carl Price.
I'm sure he didn't knock it forward, Eddie.
Watch this. There.
That's a clear knock-on.
You said it was basketball.
Are you sure that's not a tip-off?
He looks like he should be on the court now.
Well, I think it was Griffin's hand. There's no way he's going to knock it that way.
Well,
it's
I think you'll find it was Price. Either way,
I don't think he tried to knock it that way. I think he just dropped it, Phil.
Yeah, the man that counts, Ben Thaler, said that it's a knock-on.
Take it on the full is the lesson. Here's Rangi Chase. What an opportunity for Castleford now.
Wait!
Thank you. It's Griffin. It's going more Griffin, that knockback.
First contact, I think, was Price. Either way, they're real desperate. The Bulls, they've got to make sure. Got to get their defence. He's over, surely.
It's Millington. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 around him. Now they spread out a bit wider. Or gets the ball away to McGoldrick, takes the return, gives it to Hubie. And Hubie, trying to drive himself towards that line, will take tackle number 4. What a turnaround for Castleford in this second half. Danny Orr again. McGoldrick goes wide. Griffin! Good defence. Tremendous defence by Lulia.
Got to be a good kick.
Lee Mitchell's back out there.
Put it in the in-goal area.
Little dink. Bounces everywhere.
Went backwards.
It went backwards, and Olivier Eleanor to the rescue for the Bradford Bulls.
Boy, what a try-saver that was.
Absolutely, Steve. Keith Lully has given his chance. They signed a chance to go on and take 2 points and get into the 8 with that defence. Ryan McGoldrick's little kick. Nobody really wanted to take it on the Castleford side, of Bradford now they're back on the attack.
Move!
Olivier Eleanor, outstanding French international, captain of his country. See whether he will be in the forthcoming internationals. Here's a penalty for Bradford. High shot on Bryn Hargreaves.
Well, Heath Lestrange has got enough confidence and also the experience. And you can see an appeal to the referee. That was high, sir. And Lee Mitchell. They were turning around. Billington was involved. And this surely now will be a drive and keep possession as long as possible. Still a lot of time to go.
Manakufoa.
They cannot just shut up shop.
Wait there, please, wait.
2 balls on the pitch. And they take their time to make sure it leaves it.
Solid run again from young Bateman. Here's Heath Lestrange. This fella's got all the tricks in the book. There's one of them, back to Gale. Millington does well. Castleford defending the line. They know they score now, Bradford. They win this match. Jeffries, Hargreaves. Down he goes on tackle number 4 by Ferris. It's Heath Lestrange. Under the sticks they go with the Frenchman. And Eleanor is held up just short. Last tackle here for Bradford. Dink to the in-goal. Get a repeat set of 6.
They're all offside.
Okay.
Oops. Through the legs, bouncing everywhere. Knock on Castleford. Head and feed Bradford.
I thought he had to ping them for offside. There was about 6 players that were nowhere near into the in-goal area. That came off the leg. That should have been a knock-on, surely.
It is, but it's a knock-on against Castleford. You think it should have been against Bradford?
I'm sure.
Wait there, boys. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
There's a ball. It hits the knee. It goes backwards, and I think Jeffrey's got a fingertip to that. Either way, the Bulls will not be arguing with that.
Castleford might be if they score here, and they're going to score with Ainscough. They're going to win the match with Ainscough. A hat-trick for Sean Ainscough. Well, there is some debate about whether this should have been head and feed to the Bulls. But the players don't make the decisions. They don't hang around and debate them, particularly if they're getting the rub of the green from the referee. They shift the ball quickly out wide, and Sean Ainscough's hat-trick try, I think now will ensure that Bradford will take the 2 points and knock the champions out of the top 8 tonight. Bradford will be in the 8, Leeds Rhinos won't be.
Controversial kick here from Gale. That's A-OK as far as I'm concerned. Then it ricochets. I think Jeffries may have got a fingertip to it. They were frightened. Danny Orr realised that he could have been in an offside position. But a good run through. He's had a big game as Brett Carney. So is this fella. That's all you need from a winger. Is to score tries, is to finish. But Brett Carney, Jeffries, Luke Gale, they've worked hard. It's been a good combination. And is he excited? The I'll get it out,
Mohican, well done.
Yeah, got there in the end. And fair play, good step. Happy? Yeah.
It's his 5th hat-trick and his 2nd of the season for Bradford. You say what you like about Sean Ainscough, and he does have his faults, but he knows where that try line is. Now Gale, he's had his best night with the boot, and he continues to have his best night with the boot. And I think Bradford will be relieved now. It's a high-scoring game. but there surely isn't time now for Castleford to come back with 14 points against them. No, there isn't. There's only 4 minutes remaining. Ainsco's hat-trick has sealed the win for the Bradford Bulls. They leapfrogged the Leeds Rhinos.
And I think, Gary, at this point in the season, you'd have to say Bradford the most improved side, both from last season, a short attempted kick-off, contested by Castleford, but gathered safely by Carl Price. Took that in clearly. The Bulls, for me, the most improved side between last season and this season, and probably from the start of this season. They were embarrassed at home against Wigan earlier in the year, although a few sides have been as well, and have steadily got better week in, week out, and make themselves a contender for the playoffs.
I know injuries are part and parcel of our game, but this is one side, the Bradford Bulls, I'd like to see with their full complement out there. They have done it tougher, I think, than most other sides in Super League. Continuously, they get players back, lose them again. 5 last week, I think. Adrian Bertel, the most serious of those, and our thoughts are with him. But Mick Potter has done it tough, and to have his side in the 8 with so many injuries is a lot of credit to that man.
And the last time they competed in the playoffs was 4 years, or it will be 4 years ago, if they get there this year.
Well, that was a shocking attempt to play the ball, but before that I thought there was a bit of a swinging arm by a Bradford player. Well, chip over the top, maybe something different.
They're going wide, they're going far too wide.
Yeah.
Game's gone for the Tigers, they know it. And this probably means this defeat for them, that, you know, they've already lost Joe Arundel to Hull for next year, Castleford Tigers. Maybe, just maybe, Ian Millwood now concentrates on what's to come in 2013, because they won't make the playoffs this year.
That's right, and he's fully aware of that. They've got some very good youngsters out there at Castleford, and he knows he has to nurture them, maybe give them the opportunity and push them into first grade a little bit more than expected. Give them an opportunity.
Quite a few players coming off contract as well, and he's going to have some money to spend, I think.
Yeah.
I think nurturing the youngsters is one thing, Steve. I think it's important that the club is able to retain those youngsters. That's as crucial. There's no point in developing them, putting all the effort in and then losing them.
Arundel's gone to Hull, Westerman went to Hull from this club.
We know Michael Shenton went. There's rumours as to where he's going to end up, but they really do. Clubs like Castleford need to hold on to these players that they put so much effort into developing.
And when you look even further down the track, the new stadium for them, for their next licence application, is absolutely vital. There's a lot of work to be done. Ian Millwood is the man to do it on the field, and he'll leave everything else to his board of directors.
There's another example there, and the player just putting the ball down there, and Tom Burgess. His brothers played together for the first time on the weekend. All 3 Burgess brothers played down for South Sydney. He's making great strides at the Bradford club. Bradford need to hold on to him. It's a shame that they couldn't have held on to 2 of his other brothers. Luke obviously coming from Leeds.
Well, and with all of them out there, it's odds on that he's going to be tempted to go down under as well, young Tom. But did you read today that Sam Burgess is out for 4 weeks? He's picked up a knee injury, I think.
Sam has struggled to put together regular games over in Australia. When he does play, we know how sensational he is, and he's made such a great name for himself down there. But they'll be disappointed with that. The point stands. You mentioned that John Bateman had a bounty on his head. Really, that's not what you want to happen if you're a Castleford or if you're a Bradford fan. You put so much effort and time into creating and developing these players. They should be able to be retained by the club.
They should be, but I suppose that's not the best from Thompson. He's looking for the man out wide here, Rhys Williams. The thing is, if they do put the effort in, they do put the investment in, these clubs like Castleford, like Bradford, and somebody comes in with big money and is prepared to compensate them for all the work they've done with the youngsters, it's very difficult to turn that away, particularly in the financial situation that Bradford have got themselves in at the minute.
Well, I'm not sure, Eddie, I agree with that. I think you hold on to those players.
Well, if you can.
Yes, absolutely. You start developing a winning side, you get people through the turnstiles, and then you'll be able to retain players easily without having to pay so much money. If Castleford and Bradford can convince their players that they're going to hold on, they've got a chance of success, those players will stay and won't be tempted to some of the so-called bigger clubs in the league.
There's Burgess, the young man we've been talking about. There's Heath Lestrange. Missed out Ellimer, the ball went back. It's been picked up by Whitehead. Carney at dummy half. Ainsco's looking for 4. Oh, he's not going to get 4. Rhys Williams has it. Well, it was him against the entire Bradford defence then. There's the full-time siren. Ben Thaler says that will do us. And Bradford have won a high-scoring match. And if you are new to Super League on a Monday night, you've seen a hat-trick from Sean Ainscough, you've seen some dazzling skills from the man judged to be the best player in the competition last year in Rangi Chase.